Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be going over my Immortality tech for Trinity Prime. Again, just like in previous videos, if you don't know what the Immortality tech is, please check out my previous video. I believe it's titled Health Tanking and Immortality. Please check that video out. It explains everything that it explains how it works and everything like that. So, for this build, we're just going to start with the Archon shards real quick. So we have two Talforged Blues for health. This is going to just help you survive and actually just have a higher health threshold before you need to start actually gaining health. Two Talforged Blues for armor. This is so that you can proc Arcane Persistence consistently. One Talforged Yellow for casting speed. You can change this to whatever you'd like. If you'd like to run another health or another, like a Talforged Red for strength or anything like that, you absolutely can. It's entirely up to you. For the build itself, these are the mods that we're running. If you want to pause at any point to be able to view what these do or anything like that, then please be my guest. If you'd like to replace Power Drift, you can. If you'd like to replace it with Cunning Drift, you can do that. It's up to you. For the sake of the video, I probably will run Cunning Drift, but Power Drift is also fine. Literally any mod you want to put here is good. If you want to run an augment on this build, you can replace Champion's Blessing with whatever you'd like, or if you want, you can run a Baiting Link for Armor Strip, you can run a Pool of Life for the Well of Life augment. It's up to you. If you'd like a good look at the augments, this is what Pool of Life does, and currently not running the Link, but if you're running the Link, then you could just replace her 4 if you want. So, some things about the build that I want to go over and talk about is Energy Vampire. Now, Energy Vampire is going to be an ability that gives you a metric ton of energy extremely quick. Um, it's about, I think, 4 pulses, right? So you're going to be getting around 228 energy-ish every time you use this on an enemy and kill them. And so you might be wondering, okay, well, if you're running that, then you don't need Hunter Adrenaline. And while that is a good argument, I would like to counter argument with the fact that Hunter Adrenaline will guarantee, this guarantees that you always have infinite energy. Guarantees. Just by existing in the game, you have infinite energy. If you take this off, you are now in a situation where you do not have infinite energy because you need energy to cast this. So while yes, it is good, I keep this ability because it gives my allies pretty much infinite energy, right? So it is a great ability. It's, in my opinion, this is one of the best abilities in the game. I love it so much. But if you don't run Hunter Adrenaline and you rely solely on Energy Vampire, there might be a chance that you get to a point where you do not have the energy necessary to cast Energy Vampire or to cast Well of Life. And if either of those conditions are met at any point, you are cooked unless you can get a mass amount of kills to be able to get enough energy to proc Energy Vampire again. So that's why in my case I run Hunter Adrenaline. If you would like to replace this, you can. You can replace this with Rage. If you would like a slightly less expensive build, you can do that. In terms of strength for Well of Life and being able to overheal the damage that's dealt to us from persistence and everything like that, Blind Rage and Archon Intensify are more than enough to cover this. Both of these together, Archon Intensify is always going to be procced because you're always going to be healed or healing in any way, shape, or form. This is always going to be happening. And then Arcane Blessing, just for health pickups, this will essentially make you have 2500 health. So that's pretty nice. And we run Chroma's Elemental Ward for the heat to get bonus health. So if you look here, I have the heat emissive so that you can actually get the heat from that. Blessing is a really good team support ability. You can absolutely run this. If you find that you want to spam abilities more and you don't have the availability to do so, you can just run Prime Flow. There's nothing wrong with that. I recommend definitely running Prime Flow because it gives you more energy, which will in turn give you more health. So for the sake of the build, I will be running Prime Flow. So if you are okay with having a little bit less health, that's also fine. You can run Champion's Blessing or whatever augment that you want. Primed Continuity is going to make all of her abilities last longer. Vitality and Steel Fiber are going to help you for the armor and the health that you need. Stretch is going to help you with the... Sorry, Stretch and Cunning Drift are going to help you with the range of Well of Life, Energy Vampire, and Blessing. I believe this... No, sorry. It's Affinity range. Yeah, so just Energy Vampire and Well of Life. And that's pretty much it for the mods. Growing Power is just my personal um mod that I like to put here. If you want, you can put like Physique or something if you want. You can put Physique if you like that. You can put Rejuvenation if you like that. It's up to you. I just prefer um Growing Power. Now, there is a world where if you want to maximize your mod capacity for this, you can run Steel Charge. You're not going to gain anything from the melee damage because, I mean, unless you're using a melee, you're not going to feel it. But if you want to maximize the amount of mod capacity that you have to work with, then you can definitely run that. That'll probably, running that will probably open up this entire uh, config right here to be able to be just a singular Umbra Forma build. So you could run Umbral Fiber and Umbral Vitality and get a little bit more armor, a little bit more health. If you want to make the like most expensive version possible of this build, that would be what you would do. Steel Charge, one Umbra Forma. You'd have to take the polarity off of this slot, and then you would just replace them with the Umbra versions. So with all that being said, I'm going to show you how this works. So as long as you have Well of Life up, which is going to be right here. Now, the one thing you do have to worry about is if your companion dies, it is going to consume the Well of Lives. So if you want to have 3 Well of Lives up, you can, and then you're not going to be able to die. You physically can't die. No matter what. So I could sit here for as long as I want, and it won't matter. I can also pop this to get more health, right? So keep that in mind with Well of Life. You will have to kind of monitor how many you have active, because when your companions die, it will auto revive them with a Well of Life, which is interesting that it does that, but yeah. So yeah, you can sit here and just eat damage for days and nothing can happen. I literally, you cannot die. And you could pop her 4, you pop her 4 again. You could just keep spamming abilities if you want, like it doesn't matter. You could energy vampire enemies if you want, like genuinely the ultimate support frame. And yeah. So yeah, you literally can't die. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, well, that's cool and all, but what if you go against enemies that apply status effects? So like a Bombard Xmas, for example. Let's pause their AI, and let's come up here and let me drain their Overguard for a second. Purely because in a realistic scenario, you're going to have enemies around you that are Well of Life, right? But these guys, you can't Well of Life them, so in order to properly showcase this, I do need to have that be a thing. I also need to take off the companion so I can actually effectively show you this. So we're going to unpause their AI. We're going to go up here. Well of Life 2 of the enemies, and you physically can't die. I can sit here and do everything, whatever. Physically can't die. Doesn't matter what they hit me with. I physically can't die. So, without further ado, and with all of that said, let's get into the Steel Path gameplay.